The oil and gas industry in Uganda is now at a very exciting moment. We can now clearly see that we are about to get our final investment decision taken for the upstream assets, the Teranga and Kingfisher, as well as the East African crude oil pipeline. The few hurdles we had in the commercial negotiations have been largely cleared, and what we are going through in this very moment is negotiations to finalize the host government agreement as well as other commercial agreements. So it's exciting because we see that it is possible that by the end of this year we'll be in a place where we can say final investment decision is here and the project can start. In terms of other projects that we are involved in as UNOC, the refinery development is ongoing. The front-end engineering and design studies almost at the tail end, and we have the environmental social impact assessment commencing. It's actually been running for about 3 months. So once that is also finalized, we'll be able to have the feed in place, front-end engineering design reports in place, the environmental impact social assessment in place, and then we can look at the schedule to final investment decision, which we expect sometime towards the end of next year. So those are 3 mega projects that are now seemingly running fast towards the final investment decision. Of course, final investment decision unlocks the spending that we have all been waiting for, that Ugandans have been preparing to partake of in the amounts that we have continuously said to our viewers and our stakeholders, upwards of $16 billion towards $20 billion that will be invested here in the upstream, in the pipeline, and in the refinery. But as you know, of course, we have other projects that support these mega projects. So one of them is the Kabale Industrial Park, which should be a very exciting project for Ugandans, because what it is structured to achieve is spur industrialization in Uganda around the oil that will be refined in our refinery. So we'll have a petrochem industrial park around the refinery, and that will help us produce many products that we've been importing. It will boost our balance of trade, our balance of payment, and of course create a significant number of jobs for people and create supply chains that we did not have. So those would be other jobs that are induced or linked to that development. So UNOC is leading that project, and as we speak now we are finalizing acquisition of a joint venture partner to develop the park and make it ready for investors to come and reside and invest. That's on the Kabale Industrial Park, which is very exciting. Then we have the Kampala Storage Terminal, that a terminal for petroleum products that we are intending to build in a village called Namwambura in Mpigi. And the exciting bit about it is that we should, at that point, we'll be able, once it is complete, we'll be able to have one terminal that is the center of the supply chain for petroleum products. It will also connect to the refinery. It will be connected to the refinery by a pipeline that will bring refined products to this gathering point, from which distribution to the region will happen. So that is also within our mandate, and we are working at developing it. We have shortlisted joint venture partners, and we are going to go through a review process to zero down on one, and then we'll develop that project. This one is one of our low-hanging fruits, so we are driving it fast to ensure that we achieve it by the end of next year. It should be operational. Of course, you are aware that we have a Ginger Storage Terminal that we've been running for 3 years now. It continues to run. It's our only revenue-generating business now, and we are working at ensuring it has access to Lake Victoria for the products to come via the lake. And as you've noted from speeches by His Excellency, there is a real focus on using the lake to transport these products. So we were a bit ahead in planning, which is good that now the government policy is really to focus on the lake, And that helps us to meet that government initiative because we had planned a bit ahead of time. So we did all the test runs on the lake, and we are ready to start importing products by the lake. But you also know that we have entered the trading business downstream. We've been in bulk trading now for about 2-3 months, and we've made deliveries, we've made some money out of it. So it's a project, it's an area, a line of business that we want to expand and grow using ginger storage terminal. So the conclusion of the farm out of tallow from our industry here is, I think, is very good news, because it helps us close that desire by tallow to sell, and then move the industry forward, take FID to take the projects forward. So where it is now is in line with the Upstream Act. It's before the minister to review the deal and approve it or not approve it. We believe the review is not going to take long, so the minister will give her position soon, and we hope that it will be an approval so that we move forward. Finally, of course, as UNOC is a commercial entity of the government, it's a company that is owned wholly by the government of Uganda. And key among our roles is to ensure that Ugandans benefit from this industry. And not just from the sale of crude that we'll have, because that is revenue to the government, to be appropriated in accordance with the law under the supervision of Parliament for specific tasks, but for the nationals, for Ugandans to participate in the provision of goods and services, to ensure that that 20 billion that's going to be invested in Uganda, we have a significant portion of it remaining here. And how do we get involved? Just have a company or an association that is ready to produce, that is producing goods, or that is ready to deliver goods or services to the industry. Get that company registered on the National Supplier Database that is maintained by the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, and prepare. Learn, go to the incubator of Stanbic and other incubators that other training institutions that other people are putting in place, to learn what is required to serve the industry. Our desire, our intention, our effort is in making sure that Ugandans participate in provision of services and goods and take part of this investment. The only way we can retain that money in country.